Got a situation with a F-250 inside the cemetery up here. This was a, I was told, jurisdictional nightmare.
Got kind of a pickle, well, I don't even know at this point. It's a truck, chip light on it.
That's kind of down there, isn't it?
Right down there. Wow. It's heavy! Whoa! Whoa!
Kind of a pickle, well, I don't even know at this point. But anyway, so right there you can see the truck, chip light on it, way up there. So what's going to happen is they're going to have to get out of the way. Okay. You're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to back up.
Okay.
It's going to be kind of weird because the road goes like this and the truck is down here.
Okay.
You've got some finagle room up there, but you're going to have to basically pull like sideways. Unless you have like some tackle or something you put on a tree and maybe kind of
get it going.
Well, the thing is, it's not been wrecked. It just slid. So it's completely fine. Keys are in it. I mean, everything's fine. It's just slick.
Okay.
But where your truck's going to be, you're still on asphalt.
Okay. Okay. Sweet. So turning around somewhere.
Yeah, you'll have to turn around. I mean, this seems pretty decent. I don't know if maybe you got a flashlight on there.
There's a little bit of rock there.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe, but you want to, it's too tight there.
I mean,
well, where we're all parked is kind of like a little parking area.
It looks pretty solid right here. I see some rock.
I think you can find it.
I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll just do some wiggling right here. I could probably just dive it right back here.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do get in trouble, I can go straight
down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to back up. That'll be the only way you'll be able to get up there and try to get it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the problem right now is me and my sergeant were almost 1,000% positive that this was the parks car.
Okay.
Well, they showed up. Now they're saying it's the county.
Okay.
So I'm assuming since you guys are already here, you're just gonna take it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me get turned around and we'll see what we're up against up there and get it to the road. I think I'm okay here. Once we get up there, definitely. All right, guys. I'm not sure what we're up against, but we've got a situation with a F-250 inside the cemetery up here, and we're gonna see if we can get this big thing turned around and get it backed up there. So hang tight. Find us some light first and foremost. That's kind of down there, isn't it?
Right down there.
All right, he says it's not damaged, so.
Okay, and the good news is we don't have any damaged stones, so that's excellent.
Yeah, looks like all of the headstones are way out of the way. Okay. See if we can ease it up the hill here. He says it runs. I'm hoping we've got keys. That will minimize the ruts in the...
We'll have to put some legs on it. You might utilize that tree.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. That'll keep it away from this. I mean, I can boom out a bunch.
Right, they keep it away from this smaller tree, at least until we get past that small pine.
Let's just see if we can back up a bunch and then get boomed out a bunch. I'd really not hook to any trees if I don't have to.
it's gonna slide?
No.
'Cause it looks like it's sliding to me. More? Ready for gear?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me get some jacks. Ready? Whoa! Whoa! Turn right! Turn right! That's left! Turn right! There you go. Hey, I'm gonna boom down some. Hold your brake. All right, let's go. Off your brake. Oh, hold your brake. Hold your brake. We'll have to grab a low pull with the other one. It's just lifting it from there.
Probably just go down over the hill.
Okay, that's fine, but it's
Take the truck down further.
okay. Well, I don't want to unhook it. It's super slidey.
That's fine.
I got a jack down,
Yeah.
and I think the boom's on the ground.
No, it's just take the jack up. Let this loose and see what it's gonna do first. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere the first time.
Yeah, but it's like super slick. It's sliding all over the place. Moving forward again. So it doesn't seem like it should be that difficult, but it's so steep, and we've had some rain, and everything's just super slick. tiny tree over there so I can get a little bit of a sideways pull. Ready for tidal green?
Yeah. We just don't want it to run in to slide down into this fence after everything's been missed so far.
There?
A little bit more. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't know if that front end's going to want to slide or not.
The parking brakes in front of it downward slope. You want to do green or you're a low pull?
This one will help pull it sideways.
All right. Well, that looked simple, but it was not. I know I had a flashlight over here with this, but I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. Not entirely sure what happened. Some sort of chase. Ended up way down there. Can't see anything because it's pitch black dark. It's been raining. So anyway, it's out now. Don't know where it's going. We'll find out soon, I guess.
Towing this big rig out of here. A beautiful truck.
It's nice.
Thank goodness that he didn't tear it up. You know, and then we got it out of there with, you know, 0 damage. Avoided the tree and the fence, and this was I was told, jurisdictional nightmare. So we had 3 different agencies there, guys. We're right here close. We're on the spur. A lot of the boundaries that are surround the spur are national park, and then we've got you know, Gatlinburg, which they had, I think, originally pursued him from city limits over to the spur, and then he turned off of the spur just a mile or 2 up the road, and it ends up being county. So we had all of the agencies there, and everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. But you know, at the end of the day, this guy got off very lucky. Obviously, this guy's not driving this truck home. Allegedly drunk.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was under the influence of something.
Don't know. I
don't know.
That's
Allegedly.
not my department.
Don't know.
And it's for whatever reason the decision was made. You're absolutely not driving the truck. So they we're going to take it back to the lot. They told him to. They're going to give him a ride into town to a hotel, and told him to stay in the hotel all night.
Don't leave the room.
Don't leave the room. Don't go wandering around, and go get your truck tomorrow. So
we couldn't leave it there just because it was private property. You just can't.
I mean, I can't recover his vehicle and then just leave it on somebody else's property. That's that's not happening. And then we're obviously not on rotation with the county. Hopefully someday. We're trying our best to get things situated, and the county's trying their best to get things situated. But since we're not associated with them, they were trying to figure out, well, hey, do we let everything auto take it? Which that would have been a crazy thing. Could you imagine the liability of one record company recovering it, and then just because you're not on rotation, another record company come to tow it? If something goes wrong, who did what? There's a lot of irons in the fire on that situation, and at the end of the day, it's all good. Like I said, everybody's safe. Nobody was hurt. There's a few tire marks in the graveyard. There were no damage, no headstone damage, no tree, no fence. So strictly sod, which, you know, hopefully be okay and grow back. And no one hurt. Truck's okay. He's okay. He's gonna go get himself a room for the night. And getting called in, man, it's midnight. There's a lot of these officers and rangers that have they started their shift at 6-7 o'clock this morning. And here it is midnight, and then dealing with stuff like this, and then have to get right back up at 6-7 o'clock in the morning and get right back at it. So
do it all again tomorrow.
We've all got a very hard thing to get past. Where, you know, the tow truck world is crazy. For all my tow truckers out there, you know what I mean. For anybody looking to get into it, whew, you just never know. You're all hours of the day and night. You catch some sleep when you can, and just try to get through the day. But we're close, guys. We're getting we're on the spur now. I'm gonna get this thing unloaded and secured in the lot. Hopefully that guy will have a few hours of rest here, and hopefully he'll give us a few hours of rest in the morning before he decides to wake up at 7 and say, hey, I need my truck now.
And whatever we do, we have to unload this quickly because GPD is waiting on us for another call.
Yeah, we've still got another call to do, so we're going to get this thing dropped off and on to the next one. So stick around, stay tuned. What's going on, man? Golly, what a wild night that was, man. What in the world?
Let the liquor tell it.
You're the luckiest dude in the world, man.
I am. Yeah. I'm telling people, like, that could have went so much worse, dude.
I don't know how. I guess you just got lucky with the agencies.
Well, I was just polite as stuff because I don't do that stuff. I know you probably going out here this all the time. I don't do that stuff. But last night I went and tied one on.
Yeah.
And had a little altercation and just spun out of control from there. That liquor just took over. And the cool thing was when he came to the car, he's like, "I'm gonna get you a room. I'm gonna let you go." And I'm like, so when I got to the room, I said, "So I got charged with nothing tonight." Like, I've done way less and got charged way more.
Zero. Yeah, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
They said it was a nightmare for the departments, I guess, because
where I was, the one guy there said we have to wait on city, we have to wait on parks, and we have to wait on county.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow. She said so.
So I guess the city chased you into the park.
City got me,
and then the park showed up and turned to find out it was the county's jurisdiction.
County's right, and because she come look see if I done damage, and she comes back there, she's talking to the other guy. She said, "This ain't ours."
Yeah, it's the county.
Right.
It's the county. So I guess since they all didn't know what to do with you, they just let you go.
Never, Jeff. I'm gonna tell you, my dad was a cop his entire life.
Yeah.
Before he passed, so I really don't do that. Like I said, you hear that, but I don't do that. But they didn't even give me a breathalyzer. And that's what caused it, was 6 shots of liquor and 4 beers. And I told them that. I said, I've been slamming liquor and drinking beer. And I said, I took things out of control. I said, I apologize for, because I'm going, you're in a mess. If you can get out of here with a DUI,
you're doing good.
Be happy. I didn't even get that.
You even got a ride.
I got a ride.
You got a ride
to the hotel. Because I told him, I figured they were going to drop me off and make me walk somewhere. He drove me to the hotel, which his boss tells him not to do. They're still arguing. I'm in the car with Officer Johnson.
Yeah.
And he's like, his boss, I'm with the subject, I'm going to take him to get a room. His boss goes, "Is Park still there?" And he goes, "Negative, I'm off the scene." He goes, "That's their problem." He wanted the officer to let me out, and the officer's like, "Well, I have him in the car. I'm gonna just run him up here and get him a room." Like he didn't want his officer taking time to take me, but he did.
To Gatlinburg.
Officer Johnson was super nice. He took me on up there.
Yeah,
he was on TikTok.
He was a super cool guy. I mean, I don't know that I've ever worked with that officer before, but
Johnson, yeah.
But the park, the park, and then Gatlinburg, and they're all.
It was funny because when they were telling me where my truck was, I was in the back seat of the car, and they were like, "It's gonna be 219 New Roan." I'm like,
I thought I heard you say something about that in the truck, man. Golly, the truck. I can't believe you missed all of the stuff.
I don't know how.
The fence and I snatch blocked a tree on the backside enough to get it away from the tree and the fence, and we got it up. So it's just muddy, man. There's nothing. There's no damage on it at all other than some mud.
Thank you very much.
I think your phone and stuff is still.
It is, yeah. That was one of my biggest problems. I couldn't get a hold of nobody.
Yeah.
Because my phone was in the truck. So
I know.
That's like the worst thing in the world. Like, I'm like, I can't call anybody.
Yeah.
So
well, I know we had some law enforcement that was kind of worried about that. They said that some family called in and said that your phone was pinging over here after he was supposed to have been at the hotel, and I said no. I said, I don't think he's here. I think his phone's here.
Yeah, it's in the truck.
So whatever family member was tracing you thought that you were here. Right. I said, no, I think it's just his phone. I don't think it's anything to do with I have no idea how that got.
Oh, okay. That must have been just the way
it must have just been taped on there. The bad part, I guess you're going card.
Yeah. The price you pay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no court fees. There's no license suspension. There's.
My wife said, "How much you reckon they're going to charge?" I said, "At this point, baby, He can say what the hell he wants to. I got out of everything else, dude.
There's no, there's no court fees. There's no court appearance.
I watch your TikTok. I hear people complaining and whining and crying and fussing. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna pay the man and I'm gonna get my truck.
Man, I hear that a bunch too with like poured really heavy on their
Dude,
drinks.
let me tell you. So
Is that where you were?
I never did this. Like I told him, I go up there angry last night and I start with a Bud Light. Well, then I said, give me a shot of Handy. Give me a shot of Handy. I said, give me a shot of Crown. Give me a shot of Crown. While I got a shot of Crown in the beer, I hadn't took a shot of Crown. I said, give me a shot, because I'm mad. I'm going to tie one on. I'm going to be stubborn and childish.
Yeah.
I said, give me a shot. He gives me another shot with the shot I had, which in South Carolina
they
was
won't.
illegal.
Yeah.
I had to take that shot before they give me another shot. They just kept.
They kept
It's
going.
supposed to be that way here. We hear that a lot.
All the time.
We've had a couple of people that we've recovered their cars after they've crashed, and they've gone the complete opposite. One was up in the national park, and he was trying to find his hotel here on this road, East Parkway. You know, and what
Just
was he doing
smashed out of his mind.
And he would.
That was me last night. I hate to say that, but it was. Like, and what? I mean, I know they shouldn't do what they're doing, but I was asking for it and they was giving it to me. And I'm like,
Yes.
Man, we were so surprised. We're like, dude,
when they got me out of the car in, I think you were still there. And he's like, no, he just opened the door. He opened the door and he goes, Mr. Get you out here, you got to go to a room tonight. You got some money? I said, I'm going to make sure my wallet. I'm like, I got my wallet. And he's like, I'm going to get you a room. He said, go lay down and sleep this off. So I'm thinking, then he closed the door.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
where am I sleeping this off at?
the jail? The room? He meant give me a room at the jail? Is that what he meant? I'm going, I don't know what he means get me a room.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then they get back in and get back together. He's like, he calls Quality in. Y'all got a room for a guy? I got blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, he's taking me to the Quality.
The Quality Inn's the jail.
I had no, they gave me a breathalyzer. They ain't fussed at me for parking my truck in a cemetery. They ain't yelled at me about nothing. And I'm like, there's no way I'm getting off of this like this. And I did. And I'm like, so I told my wife, I said, she said, what did you do last night when you got the Quality in? I said, thank God. I closed my eyes and I said, Lord,
I messed up and
worse, Lord. I did. I really did. I said, this could have been horrible, Lord. Thank you. You know.
But beautiful truck, bro, and not a scratch on it. Like,
I know.
You didn't run into
So
over any headstones or anything.
And one of the officers, female officers with my wife, tells my wife, oh, he crashed the truck. So how bad is the truck? I'm like, not bad at all. I said, why? But I thought maybe Jeff had a tough time where I was getting it out of there.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe he had the bump. I said, because I don't know what she's talking about. She said, well, she said you crashed truck. I said, no, I didn't crash truck. No.
It's considered a crash if it's off the road.
I was off road.
Yeah. No, you conveniently parked it in a great spot.
I just needed some mud tires back here and whop them out real quick. Because them road slicks wasn't getting me nowhere.
Oh man, once you hit that ravine, it just skated down that hill like.
And every time I would give it a little bit of gas in reverse,
It go farther down.
As we were pulling it, it was still wanting to slide further down. Yes,
Yeah, that's the only way we snatch blocked a tree. That's the only way I could keep it from sliding down off of
I had to
that.
hook to it three separate times to get it up out of there. So it's
Man, I'm so glad you're okay.
You were a gentleman. Thank you for meeting me here at 10:40. Hope I messed your day up.
Yeah, no, we're glad you're safe.
Maybe stay away from that bar.
Well, I'm not allowed to anymore. My wife's rules there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guy. Appreciate you.
You too.
All right, guys. The end of that situation. One lucky guy leaving with no issues at all, other than a bad tow bill that he probably cringed to pay. But we recovered his vehicle. We got it out safely with no damage whatsoever, and we got it towed, and we kept it safe for him throughout the night there. He's able to get a fresh start on a fresh day with a fresh record. It doesn't often reset quite that easy for most, but I'm here to tell you that guy better play the lottery. Okay, got some afterthoughts on the F-250 guy there. At the end of the day, the county dropped the ball on that one. It had, you know, there might have been 3 agencies involved, but at the end of the day, the county is the one that screwed that up, because they had jurisdiction and they had say on what happens to that guy and to his vehicle. It might have been, they might have been pursued by Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg might have pursued them into the national park and then up into the county. So, you know, that's why Gatlinburg was there. That's why the national park was there. But at the end of the day, this thing is all stopped and we are on county grounds. We are in county jurisdiction, and for whatever reason, they have decided that they just didn't want to mess with any of it, and just cut him loose. So,
because ultimately, I mean, so the spur, he was, I assume that whatever happened started in Gatlinburg, and that's why Gatlinburg pulled him over. And then he went down the spur, and the spur is national park, and then into off the spur, which is county property. But it's all county. It's all county. County officer can pull you over in Gatlinburg, can pull you over in this Pigeon Forge city limits, Sevierville city limits. It's all county. The county has jurisdiction over the whole county, including the spur. Even though the spur is owned by the national park, the county still has jurisdiction there. And I know because I called them and asked them.
So I don't understand through all of that situation how that they can just say, you know, just let him go. Just let him go. That is not fair to all of those people that are sitting in a jail cell right now, or have fines and tickets, or without a driver's license. How is that fair to all of those people that are going through this process, and then the county just decides that, you know, I'm not going to do anything to that guy. I'm just going to let him go.
The only, I don't know, reason I can think of is that the gentleman said he was never given a breathalyzer. So I'm assuming that the county showed up way too late to administer a breathalyzer. The national park had no jurisdiction there whatsoever. It was out of national park bounds. They had zero jurisdiction. They were there because part of the incident occurred on their road. That was it. So they had no right to administer a breathalyzer. GPD had no right to administer a breathalyzer because they were out of their jurisdiction. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Did the county show up 2 hours later?
I have no idea.
I mean, I can't imagine that the response time, you know, was out of bounds on a blood draw or a breathalyzer.
Yeah.
When he told me on camera that he told them that he messed up and he drank too much. He told me that he told the officers everything, and just was mind-boggled. Could not believe that they were just going to let him go after he confessed to everything and just let him go.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. And I don't know if he's going to have to pay restitution or anything for the damage caused to the cemetery grounds. I don't know.
If they didn't charge him for anything, how can they charge him for?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they gave him a ticket, or I have no idea, but I don't think he has any charges. I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah, we were talking about that, and we're talking about the tow, and they were, you know, we'd set on scene for an extra 10 or 15 minutes where they decided if they were going to let us take the truck, and they didn't know what to do with you know, everything auto. Do we let them take it? But like I was saying, you know, last night, you know, that would have been a nightmare. You let one wrecker company recover it, and then you won't let them take it. You let another company come in and tow it. If there is damage, now we've got 2 wrecker companies out here, and who's to blame for? So
it provided more questions than it did answers. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go eat.